Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Quizera_Faye. It is yet another episode. Thank you for clicking. To those who are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. To those who've already subscribed, I say thank you. I do not take your support for granted. So today is another learning experience. I choose an interesting topic, an easy one. Yeah, so that we can learn one or two things concerning the topic. The topic for today is stress. I will not generalize on the topic itself, and I will narrow down to its coping mechanisms. How we cope with stress, because that is what is really important. A stress may occur to you, but how you cope with it matters a lot. And remember the goal of this channel is to keep us motivated, to keep us happy, to keep us mentally okay as we carry on our daily activities. So knowing how to deal with stress will come in handy to practice our mental well-being. Yeah, so welcome. And to begin with, stress is just simply defined as a mental tension or worry that causes us that comes from a difficult situation. And stress is a normal human response that causes us to deal with our challenges and our threats, that occur to us in life. So this is a common thing. It is a common experience to us. So how we deal with it matters a lot on how our mental wellness will be at the end of the day. So I would love us to share some dimensions in which our coping is influenced. And the first dimension that influences our coping with stress is our personality. Personality is general and it narrows down to a personal uniqueness. Every person is unique in their own way, and how we deal with issues really is different from one another. So our personality largely determines how we cope with our stress. Another dimension is our experiences. Just as personality, our experiences are diverse, our experiences are different. So depending on your experience, you will choose how to cope with stress. And the third dimension is social support system. Social support system, in this category I'll put family, maybe friends and other associates. So depending on your social support system, it will largely affect how you cope with stress. So let's shed some light on each one of them. Personality. Your personality, whether you're quiet or loud, it will determine how you cope with stress. For example, a quiet person may just choose to keep quiet and let the situation come, and then just think about it and know how to solve their issues. A talkative person will want to share their problem even with their immediate friend, with their immediate neighbor, and at the end of the day they will feel satisfied they've shared their problem and somehow they have coped. Depending on your personality, how you cope with stress is really important, because at the end of the day it is a difficult situation and you have to overcome it for you to be mentally okay. According to our experiences, I will give just simple examples. Our experiences come from our daily activities and daily encounters that build up with, maybe sometimes we experience failure, sometimes we experience victory, sometimes we interact with people who've shown a bad side of them. They've taught us a lesson or two. It is just an accumulation of our life outcomes. So depending on your experiences, for example, if you're not able to trust people, it means that when you have stress, the first thought that will come into your mind, it is not sharing your problem, because you have trust issues. Whether your experience leads you to share your problem with another person, you feel that a problem shared is a problem I've solved. That is your experience. It determines a lot on how you cope with your stress. And yes, if that helps, it helps you to deal with your difficult situation, which in turn helps your mind to be okay. So the third one, and which I consider the most important, is your social support system. If you do not have a social support system, I would encourage you to find 1 or 2 friends. If you lack friends, just look within your family, relatives. You will not miss 1 or 2 person who has your best interests at because no man is an island. You can't survive by holding your emotions together. At one point you'll reach an elastic limit, and it may be considered a point of no return. So before you subject yourself to that kind of situation, just find a friend, a family member to share your stress with. They may not help, but by taking that action and sharing your stress out, it is just the first step to healing or solving your problem. And also, how we solve our stress is it ranges from actively dealing with it to emotionally resolving to deal with it. So when you actively deal with stress, it means that you directly face your stressor. So if for example a person has wronged you, you'll not wait until tomorrow to make them realize that they hurt you. You just go to them and say, yeah, this is so and so, this is not how things happen, and I'm truly hurt by this and this, what you've said about me, what you've done about me. It was not really cool, and I appreciate that next time you do better. Now that is one thing, one way of dealing with your stress, directly confronting your stressor. The other thing is emotionally engaging in your stressor. Just staying cool, taking time to process, and this is a strategy that comes with a lot of grace, because a person may not be at their best self when under stress. For example, if a person A would rather keep quiet, because if they open their mouth, they will just say things which they will regret later. And person B prefers just to keep stuff to themselves, and maybe in a sober mind they can deal with that stress afterwards. All these people are right because first of all they know themselves and they know the best way to deal with their situation. So yeah, whether you actively face your stress or you emotionally deal with your stress, if it leads to a positive outcome, then well and good. But if it leads to a negative outcome, you can choose another way to deal with your stress. It will make your life easier. It will make you to be fully aware and you to be fully accountable for your mental health. Yeah, so what are some activities that help us to deal with our daily stressors? There are some proven activities that really alleviate our stress level. First being physical exercise, another one being practicing an hobby, and another thing being meditation. Meditation, physical activity, and hobbies are some things or activities you can engage in when you feel really stressed out and you have maybe nowhere to turn to. When you just engage in these activities, you realize that you come back better, and if maybe you will not have solved your stress, you'd be in a better mental capacity to handle it in the right way. Yeah, so that is basically it for this topic. And one thing I will love to encourage us is that when you know your strategy of dealing with stress, it will help you to build a mental resilience, and it will also make you more adaptable to social situations, because we are social human beings. We find ourselves here today, and tomorrow we are in another place. So you will not want to just handle your stress in the specified environment where you find yourself every day. What if you find yourself in another place tomorrow? We don't know. So you just must you must choose a better way to deal with your stressors, bearing in mind that you are not bound to stay in one place. So why don't we create some resilience in us by choosing coping mechanisms that are healthy, not the negative coping mechanism like projection, blame, you may, or denial. You may choose to project your stress to another person, but that does not solve your stress. In fact, it pushes whatever was disturbing you in the unconscious or subconscious, and it will come it will come in another form when you experience another difficult time. So let's learn to handle our stressful encounters in a positive way, so that we can build some resilience in us, and every difficult times brings us an opportunity to come out as better human beings. So at the end of the day, we have to be aware of our mental wellness, because it is our mind that will cause us to shine. It is our mind that we use to make plans. It is our mind. Our mind is simply our powerhouse. So we have to jealously take care of it every day. If it is stress, let's learn just how to handle it in the right manner. And having said that, I have nothing to add to this topic. I hope you've learned something. If this video is interesting to you, kindly show it some love and like it and comment. Let's interact in the comment section, and kindly subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that was it for today. I hope to see you in the next one, and until then, I say bye bye.